Hi, everyone. Great to be joining you here today on our Friday review. Love being able to recap the week, reconnect with you, make sure you haven't missed anything over the past 5 days, and also invite you in on some brand new research that I've been going over. I read at least, I would say, 30 to 40 research studies per week. I do that, one, because I'm obsessed, yes, but two, I'd love to be able to learn new things just like you. So I like to see what's coming 5 years from now, 10 years from now, stay ahead of it, say, hey, how could we integrate that now? Is the research there yet? So those are all the different things that I'm looking at. You know, I'm always trying out new products, new tech every single week. This week is no different. Many of you know what is coming. I've been telling you that I've been testing out a new continuous glucose monitor. It's like version 2.0. I remember the 1.0. I've used the Dexcom before. I have totally normal blood sugar, but just to let you know, I'm using it for my own intel to see what meals work best for me, like nice little smoothie right here, and which ones don't. And so I'm going to teach you all about that today. We'll save a book review for next week. I've got a bunch of great book reviews, met a bunch of authors, two over the last couple of weeks that I certainly want to share with you in the future. But where we always start the show is, what are the updates? What's been going on over the past week? Because I'm telling you right now, in just a week, if I don't give you some of these updates, so much has really happened. We have a practice right now and a virtual functional medicine company that is like moving at the speed of light. And that's one of the amazing things about having a startup, agile, flexible-based team and mentality, is that we're looking to move quick, innovate, and listen to everyone within the practice, our customers, private clients, et cetera, take their feedback and use that to really grow the health coaching model of the future. Forget about having to go into a doctor's office. Forget about having to wait for an hour to waiting there while you have an appointment that literally started 60 minutes ago, or having 7 minutes with your doctor to speak. Like that, those days are over. Nobody wants that. It's completely useless. The oversight's unbelievable because you simply don't have enough time to actually speak back and forth. It's not your medical doctor's problem at all or fault. It is, honestly isn't. It's insurance and the practice. You need to get people in and out 15 minutes. That's all you're going to be able to bill for insurance, unless it's a once a year appointment, which can be longer. So that's what it is. And it's too bad, but we can't fight the insurance companies. The only way that we can fight is say, no, we're not doing that. And then you have to, of course, vote with your own investments. And I know, I understand not everybody's able to do that, but it was life-changing for me, and I'm simply just trying to pay it forward. That's it. So anyway, that's what we have going on. I mean, you'll start to see some of it roll out in November, so a couple more months. However, if you are a part of our EcoLife ambassadors, you'll know sooner. And if you're a part of CabralSupportGroup.com, which is our global health community, completely free for anybody who wants to join, to support each other, to get your questions answered, just go to CabralSupportGroup.com. It's a free private Facebook group. And I mean, just amazing people. Literally, now it's almost 13,000 people. It grows by like 1,000 people a month, all organically. We never advertise because we only want referrals. We only want word of mouth people coming in to join each other. And there's nothing to purchase, by the way. You can just literally ask questions. And of course, we would love you to support others as well. So that is that. And I can't wait to talk about all of the different things we have going on. We're going to really be giving out I think we do pretty good with content right now. We're going to take that to next level, like how-tos, like everything down the line. It's going to be great. We've got a brand new longevity line launching. I'm not going to talk about it, but it's launching in January. So that is 4 months away. The formulas have finally been finalized and they have been sent out now for sourcing. So super excited about that. This being Labor Day week, basically just celebrated Labor Day here in the United States on Monday. So it is officially the back to school, back to work routines. And it's definitely a little bit different of a mindset. I mean, I love to work. You know that about me. But for me, it's also like, all right, summer is over. My girls are in school. I don't even have to play the tug of war in my mind about trying to be with them more during the day, all these different things now, because yeah, they're in school. They have their own work, right? They're doing their school work. And it's a new level of focus as well. So I'm really looking forward to creating hopefully some more courses that I can help to teach at a more in-depth level, which is what I love to do. So that is that for updates. Hopefully you've checked out Equilife this week. If you haven't, the specific page for the giveaway is at stephencabral.com/D3. The letter D3. stephencabral.com/D3. That is a free bottle of vegan vitamin D3, which I believe is a $39 value, completely free on all purchases over $129. So pretty great. You can get the lab you've wanted, the protocol you've wanted, the supplements you wanted, the CBO protocol, heavy metal detox, functional medicine detox, whatever it is you want, and you get a free bottle. And honestly, the vegan version is for anybody because it's a highly absorbable form of vitamin D. It's a capsule versus the liquid. So for people that like capsules versus liquid, you can do that. And it's 2,000 IUs per capsule. There's 60 capsules per bottle. So most adults will take 2 a day, and it lasts you a month. Super easy. I use it for travel because I try to bring less liquids when traveling. So the airport security, you know, they already have all the different things I have to take out. I have to take out my microphone, and then I get all the back and forth talk about that, asking me if I'm literally a karaoke singer. I've mentioned that before, but no one ever thinks about a podcaster. They asked me if I do karaoke, and I said, really? You think I'm bringing a professional microphone on an airplane to sing karaoke? I don't actually say that. I said, no, it's not for karaoke. With a good laugh, never gets old. And then, of course, I have all my supplements but the airport security seems to be pretty good about supplements lately. So that is that. And that's it. Really simple, really easy, but that's going on right now. stephencabral.com/D3 for your free bottle. Podcast this past week was a follow-up to the Monday before, and it was the one superpower everyone should take advantage of. So remember, basically, everybody has this superpower to be able to do this one thing. I'm not going to give it away, but most people don't take advantage of it. This was on episode 2040. And actually the follow-up is next week. The follow-up to that is the how-to is next week. So definitely check that out. All right. What I learned from wearing a continuous glucose monitor for a month, we'll certainly be talking about that today. So check out that podcast, though, because that really goes in depth about what I personally learned about my body. On Wednesday's show is how to take 25 years off your biological age. This is brand new research. This was just published just about a month ago, so you want to check this out. Case study, brand new case study on neurotransmitters, anxiety, menstrual-based disorders, fatigue, brain fog, both men and women, but this was just one person's neurotransmitter test. And I did a case study 2 weeks ago. People seem to enjoy it, which is great. And so about twice a month, I'll do a case study on all different labs, basically teaching you how to look at these labs. And you can just download the lab for yourself. Of course, it's been redacted. It's completely anonymous. No client data on that except for the results, but it does not leave the client name, of course. And let's see. So that was yesterday. And that was episode 2043. All right. And then we, of course, today's show, all the show notes, all the links from today, 2 research studies, the CGM, and anything else I might link to is at stephencabral.com/2044 is today's show. All right. So let's talk about this CGM, this continuous glucose monitor. So for people who don't know what a continuous glucose monitor is, well, think about this. I've talked about many times in the show how to check your own blood sugar during the day. And it's an easy $20 device, maybe $25. It comes with 100 different lancets, and you just prick your finger, just as if you're going to do a food sensitivity test or a vitamin D test or a hormones test right at home. Super easy. Prick the finger, and you put some blood. Well, you put 1 drop of blood on a little stick that you insert into the cartridge, the glucometer. Anybody can do it right at home, and you can test your fasting glucose. Now, this is important because fasting glucose, now they have all different levels that people like to give you. But the truth is this, that your fasting glucose levels should be between 70 and 95 milligrams per deciliter. Now, some doctors want you below 90. I like it between 70 and 90, but what medical research is showing is 95. Some allow up to 99, but most conventional medicine doctors are also saying 95 now. It just depends on your lab. When you're from a 100 to a 125, you have pre-diabetes, pre-type 2 diabetes, okay? If you're a 126 when you wake up, consistently over time with a hemoglobin A1C typically of 5.7 or higher, you're diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, I'm not diagnosing you. I can't give you that diagnosis. You would, of course, work with your medical doctor for that. My job is to help you not to get there. That's my job. So, I work in looking at underlying root causes, and that's really what we're talking about, right? We're always talking about there's a reason for everything. You don't just wake up one day with type 2 diabetes. That does not happen. Type 2 diabetes is lifestyle based. Now, am I blaming anybody for their lifestyle choices? Of course not. I don't blame myself for getting Addisons disease, type 2 diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, POTS, insomnia, mast cell activation syndrome, and a dozen other things when I was 17 years old. I don't blame myself. I don't blame my parents. They didn't know. I didn't know. My doctor certainly didn't tell me, but it was lifestyle-based issues, right? I was too stressed, eating the wrong things, swallowing amoxicillin every single day. These things you don't do unless you want to be unhealthy, right? But nobody taught me that, just like they haven't taught many other people that. But type 2 diabetes, if you have it, it can be reversed in most cases. And again, I'm not giving you a medical treatment plan, medical cure, or a diagnosis, but it can, right? So that's that with that. And if you don't have it, you don't have to have it. So let's talk about this. That's a glucometer. You can just literally take a drop of blood. You can figure out what your blood sugar is before a meal and after a meal. So after a meal, you want to be down below 95 milligrams per deciliter, 2 to 3 hours after a meal. Ideally 2 hours, but up to 3 hours, okay? Really, really important. And then you want to go to bed with blood sugar, again, between 70 and 95 milligrams per deciliter. You want to wake up between 70 and 95 milligrams per deciliter, ideally 70 to 90. So if you're below 70, hypoglycemia. If you're above 99, well, hyperglycemia, high blood sugar. What the continuous glucose monitor does, and you can kind of see it through my shirt if you're watching this on video, is just a little sensor that's attached to your arm, and I cover it with this little patch, okay? I'm going to give you the name of the company in just a moment. I'm also going to pop a photo up here of me in my t-shirt with the CGM on. You wear it everywhere. You don't take it off. You wear it in the shower. You wear it swimming. You wear it everywhere. We wear it working out. And I've worn mine now for 30 days. I wanted to give it a good 30 days to be able to give you accurate information. So I have used the old school ones before that kind of just track every time you scan, like that's what it gives you. Doesn't give you any feedback. This new company I chose out of a half a dozen companies that are startups. So they are disrupting the field because you no longer need to get a prescription from your doctor. Just like we are disrupting the at-home labs. We ship them globally around the world. First company to be able to do that. We're very happy, very proud to say that we're doing that simply because we believe in the work that we're doing. We love the work that we're doing over at Equalife. But here's the app. I'm going to hold it up to the screen. So if you're not watching this, you can watch it on video at stevencabral.com/2044. It's having a difficult time focusing. I'm going to add some of these screenshots, all right? So I'll add some screenshots for you. But basically what it does is you can type in the meal that you are eating and the time. And then it shows, like on the screen right here, the little rise in blood sugar. All right, see right after that red dot if you're watching. And then you can see it fall back down within the next hour or two. So for me, the higher the rise and the longer the fall, the worse that meal is for my body. And I can start to learn what is best for me and not best for me. Now, a lot of people will learn that they're just very sensitive to a lot of carbohydrates and even protein. It doesn't mean they shouldn't eat those things, but it means you need to work on insulin receptor sites. And of course, we can help with that. Integrative health practitioners can help with that. Naturopathic doctors can help with that, all right? As long as they're not recommending to you keto for life, right? Cyclical keto or lower carb, yeah, we do it as well. We agree with it. Long-term, disastrous for the hormones, and we've proven that by now. So again, you can just prove it for yourself as well with lab testing and hormones. So, but the other thing does is every time I scan it, you literally just touch it to your arm with a sensor, okay? And then it gives you your glucose basically every 20 minutes. And so again, I will link this up as well, but it just shows over the past 3 hours, I've had glucose of 84, 83, 82, 83, 84, 84, 82, 83. All right, so pretty consistent between 70 and 95. Then after a meal, I can see what my glucose went to. And it went from 88, 96, 93, 102, 96, 101, 80, 99, 93, 92, back down to 84 within a normal about hour and 20 minutes, right? So super easy. Actually, it only peaked out at 108. 108 at 8:58 a.m. after my breakfast. So, and you want your glucose to always stay below 140 milligrams per deciliter after a meal. Now, for me, I prefer to always be below 120, 130 max. That's what I prefer. So this meal, breakfast at 108, fantastic. 46 carbohydrates I had with this meal, about 20 grams of protein or so, and about 12 grams of fat. And it worked great for my body, back down within an hour. So what I'm telling you is this, is that if you're someone that likes data, you want to be able to better see what meals are affecting you in what way, and understand your blood sugar and how well your insulin's working, a device like this can be fantastic. But it's not just any continuous glucose monitor. This app is what makes it different. There are a lot of companies with continuous glucose monitors. I have never seen an app that's this easy to use and gives you this actionable data. I have been tracking my workouts. So I put in my workout besides a meal, and I can see what happens after a resistance workout as well as a cardio workout. And I'll be teaching you that next Thursday. So stay tuned for that show. Next Thursday, it'll be episode 2050. But before, because I could go on and on about the company. The company's name is Nutrisense. It's Nutrisense.io. And it is to date the best continuous glucose monitor I have found, and the best app I have ever used in terms of biohacking, ease of use, and then also, like, it has something called experiments, and you press by meal, and let's see here. Am I getting the right thing? Yes. And you can do analytics or experiments, and you can actually see it'll sort which meals have been best for you over the last 30 days. Those are rated from an 8, 9, or 10 score. So it's pretty easy to score. So again, I'm giving it a full recommendation on my end. It is an investment. So it's a few $100s per month, which means that it is an expensive investment that I think would be worthwhile for many people. But of course, you just have to make sure it fits within your budget. Here's the thing, though. You don't have to use it for a full year. Now, you might decide you want to use it for a full year, but you might use it for a month. You might use it for 3 months. Probably 3 months is going to give you plenty of data to find out what meals work for you, timing of the day works for you, exercise, and a lot more. Anyway, I'm going to link it up for you. The company gave our community $25 off. That's not for anybody. It's $25 off for our community. So the code is Cabral25. I don't know how long that code is going to last, but certainly I'm sure it'll last a month after this show debuts. So if you want, go to stephencabral.com/2044. Just click on the link and then enter Cabral25 if you'd like to save $25 a month. All right. So that is my product review of the week. I have 2 medical research studies that I wanted you to know about. And it's a wild statistic, but I'm betting that you know somebody with high blood pressure. And when I say that to you, I'm making a bet that I don't know if it's correct. However, about 50% of all adults in the United States have high blood pressure. Think about that for a second. Hypertension, high blood pressure. Over 108 million adults have high blood pressure or borderline high blood pressure. It's actually 45%, 108 million have high blood pressure, and there are millions more that are borderline. That means 1 out of 2 adults have high blood pressure. How crazy is that? For a truly lifestyle-based dis-ease. Now again, am I coming down on you? No. Am I saying that there's not a genetic component to it? No, there is. But it doesn't mean that you have to have high blood pressure if you have genetics in your family. That's not what it means. It just means that you could turn on that gene or turn off that gene. So it's wild though. But again, all of this can be fixed. You just have to find the underlying root causes. And I did a blood pressure show like a million years ago on the podcast that went through all the different reasons, right? I'm not going to go into them today, but it went through all the different reasons for high blood pressure. And okay, check them off the list. You either have it or you don't, and then you begin to rebalance it. But here's the thing though. So where's this out of? This is out of Beth Israel Deacon Medical Center in Boston, Massachusetts, my hometown. So this was done on 27,000 people and published it was presented at the American College of Cardiology. So there are certain medications that can spike blood pressure in individuals, and you have to be really careful for people that already have diagnosed hypertension. So 1 in 5 patients that take these medications will get a spike in blood pressure, which of course is very dangerous for stroke and other issues. So antidepressants is one of those medications. NSAIDs like Advil, ibuprofen, and steroids for autoimmune-based issues. So if you're taking any of those medications, or 1 out of 2 adults that has high blood pressure, give them a little tip. Before you take an antidepressant, some type of ibuprofen, like Advil, or you take steroids for an autoimmune issue, talk to your doctor. Make sure that this does not spike your blood pressure. And for you, just make sure you're checking your blood pressure if you go on those medications. All right. The last one is this, also medically based. Really important. I'm not going to get into the statistics on cardiovascular disease, but it's even higher than blood pressure. So if 1 out of 2 adults have high blood pressure, how many do you think have heart disease in the US? It's even more than 1 out of 2. Okay. But here's the thing. We're not going to end Friday on a low note. Here's the thing. You have chest pains, you have any pain down the left arm, you have anything that feels like you may have had a cardiac-based event. I want you to go to your emergency room and ask for this test. It looks for cardiac troponin, a protein which is released in the blood when heart muscle is damaged. The test can spot the protein within 10 minutes and is much faster than the hour-long test that it takes to do the blood work. So this is really important because you want to get help immediately. And if you did have a heart attack or some type of cardiac event, myocardial infarction, you actually want to make sure that you're being treated for that right away. So this is just, again, everyone will know 1 out of 2 people at least that has some type of heart-based issue in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So a tip to pass on, especially if they look at you as that health-based source. All right. So more to come this weekend. We answer all of our community's questions. I hope that you will tune in for that. Of course, we have 2 shows every Saturday and Sunday. And just more than all, though, I hope you enjoy your weekend. Enjoy it with friends, family. Release some stress, breathe, get outside, try to breathe some fresh air, get some sunlight, and I hope you enjoy. So thank you so much for joining me here this week on the Cabral Concept, and I'll talk with you tomorrow.